having kind of a difficult day today. Getting kind of fed up with people, to be honest with you. It seems like everybody wants to be a bully these days. Everybody wants to sit there and kick people when they are down. And it is absolutely freaking horrible. It's really wrong. You don't know what people are going through. You don't know if they have just lost a loved one, if they are grieving, if they are getting beat by their spouse, or anything like that. You don't know what people are going through. And it is wrong to sit there and try to bring somebody down. For what? For your own enjoyment? Especially on social media. I have been seeing it firsthand for the past 3 days now, and it just literally makes my stomach drop when I see what's going on with these people. I'm going to set my phone down. Hey, Buffalo, what's going on, man? I can't get my phone to stabilize. Sorry. Okay, so I'm going to explain what's going on. I'm going to first elaborate on the social media. It's like when you're in a support group, like a diet support group, for an example, and you sit there and share your success with people, and they want to sit there and tell you that you're starving yourself and all this other type of stuff, which is not true at all, and just make the most mean, hateful comments that they ever possibly could. It's wrong. It's so freaking wrong. Or, sitting there telling somebody that you're a piece of shit. You don't even know that person. So how the hell can you sit there and tell anybody that they're a piece of shit when you don't even know that person? It's so wrong. You don't know what other people are going through. You don't know if they are on the verge of committing suicide as it is. And that one mean comment that you could actually push them over the edge and actually cause them to commit suicide. It's bullcrap, I mean, social media is how we get to know each other. It's how we can find people that are into the same interests that we are in. It's to expand our life. If nobody can actually sit there and be nice to anybody, then what's the point of it? Like, for an example, yesterday I was in one of my groups on social media, and we were talking about spiders. And I said, I don't like spiders. I never had a fear of them. I just don't like them because I've been bitten by a brown recluse before. And once you have your flesh rotting off your body, you tend to never like a spider again because it caused that. I was called pathetic. I was called a loser. I mean, just some of the most hateful, heinous things that people could say for the simple fact of I said I don't like spiders. Like, come on, people. Are you kidding me? Not everybody's going to like the same thing. Not everybody is going to be into the same interests. Some people are legit scared of spiders, And it's like, why are you sitting there bashing somebody for that? Hi, guys. It's wrong. It's so wrong. Like, my children I had to pull both my children out of school because of the bullies last year. I mean, both my kids, I had to be pulled out of school. And we are talking about bullying. Whether it be on social media or in person, that's what we are talking about today. We're talking about bullying because it's wrong. Like, last year I had to take both my kids out of school and put them into virtual school, homeschool, because of the bullies that were at their school. My youngest, Cara, she had a kid come up and kick her in the mouth just because he didn't like the way she looked. Knocked her teeth out. She had fifth graders when she was in the fourth grade coming up and grabbing her and holding her arm in the door and slamming her arm into the bathroom door trying to break her arm. Bullies. Did anybody do anything about it? No. No one did a darn thing about it. And it just infuriates me because it seems like these days you can't even talk to anybody in public without them wanting to be an asshole, you know? My point is this world needs more love. It needs more kindness. People need to stop and think about what they are doing to someone else because you don't know what that person is going through. You don't know. Like for me for this month, I am grieving extremely hard this month because I lost somebody that was extremely dear to me and I loved with all my heart since I was a child. I thought I was going to spend the rest of my life with him. And he passed away in a horrible, tragic accident. His anniversary is coming up soon, you know? And all I have been getting lately is nothing but hate. Hate, 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 hate. And it's not right. Because you don't know what it's doing to a person, you know? And I'm a strong woman. I never let any of this stuff get to me. I don't ever listen to it. But as being on a YouTube channel and stuff, I actually have a platform. I can make things change. At least I can speak out about it. You know, because things need to change. It's none of this is okay. Society needs to realize that we have so many drug addictions. We have so many suicides. And all of these things, you know, we have young children taking their lives because of bullies. You know, is it okay to sit there and talk down to somebody? No. Is it okay? Do you have to, I should say, is it that you have to like everything that's like everybody else likes? No, that's what makes us individuals. That's why we are about that. My phone beeped in. But it's not right. You know, people should not sit there and live off of hate. You are right. People who are bullies are not really thinking, and the schools do promote bullying. I'm so thankful that I actually got my kids into a school now where they are not allowed to do that. You know, the teachers are on top of everything because otherwise my children would not be in public school. You know, I've already pulled them out. I loved having them home, but I want them to have that social interaction so that they can meet other people and make friends, you know? Because we need to have friends. But it's just, I can't understand why everybody feels that they have to thrive on hate. Why is it that you can't just go up to a person and smile to a person if you see that they're down and say, hey, are you okay? You know, every day I go out of my way to make somebody smile, whether it be somebody that I know or somebody that's a complete stranger. Why? Because this world is so full of hate. We don't need it. It doesn't do anybody any good to hate on people, you know? It brings everybody down. It's horrible to do to somebody. I've told my kids to fight back too, to be honest with you. You know? And when I went in and I had my daughter's arm being slammed in the freaking door and I saw that she was all messed up, and when I went in there and I saw that her teeth were turning black in her mouth 4 hours after it happened, they finally called me. I went in there screaming at the top of my lungs because nobody deserves to go through that. You know? You don't know what people are going through. You don't know. So my point of this whole entire video and this live stream is to show you guys that we need to love each other. Go out of your way and make somebody smile. Go out of your way and help somebody, you know? Even that smile, just a smile walking past somebody, you know, can make every day, like make their day. Helping a little old lady out, you know? Something to help people. It's not about me, 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 you know? We need to, as a society, come together, stop the hate, stop the bull crap, and start loving each other. Do we want more school shootings? Because half these school shootings that are happening are because of what? Bullying. The kids have gotten so tired of being pushed around and bullied and everything else that they bring guns to the school and start killing people over it. You know? It's just like in society where everybody is like trying to make everything about a race. You know? We all bleed the same color. Nobody's better than anybody else. We all bleed red. We all take a shit and wipe our asses the same exact way. You know? We all have to breathe. We breathe the same air. So it's like, why do we have to go out of our ways to hurt each other? You know? It's not right. And it never used to be that way. It never used to be that way. It honestly, it breaks my heart to see the way the world is becoming like this, because we as a society really need just to love each other. Help each other out, you know? Don't look for them and see that they're already down about something and then go out of their way to tear somebody else down even more so. I love you too, Buffalo. And thank you. Because I'm tired of it. And I try to live my life every single day being a good person. I try my hardest every day to bring light to somebody, you know? And there's a reason I don't get out of my bubble very much. And it's because of this, you know? It's like, why do you have to drag somebody down when they're already down? It's not right. And it's not fair. People need to be more uplifting. So for you guys out there, if you guys are watching this and you see somebody that looks like, you can always tell when somebody's having a bad day because it's on their face, you know? Like that woman in the freaking line, and like in the traffic, you know, who cuts you off. Instead of going off on them, just be like, man, they must have been really busy or really had a bad day, you know? Let it go. You don't have to sit there and give them the bird and all this other type of stuff, you know? Just let it go. You see a person in line at the store and they have that very upset, depressed look on their face. Go up to them and be like, I hope you have a good day. I hope your day gets better. Just a few kind words goes a million miles with people. You can change somebody's whole entire life and their whole entire day by just being kind. You don't have to be a smartass. You don't have to be rude. You don't have to be like, oh, sweetheart, you know? Whenever anybody does that to me, you know what I say to them? Bless your heart. You know? Bless your heart. May God be with you. You know? Because it's like, I know what they're trying to do. They're just trying to hurt you and bring you down. And it's bullcrap. I am just so tired of this. You know? Thank you. I try to be the best person that I possibly can be. You know, and I know I have kids that look up to me and stuff. And I know how much they've gotten bullied and everything else because they talk a little bit funny. They were born that way. It's not anything that they could choose. They were born that way. They went through years of speech therapy so they could even talk, you know, because they weren't fully developed in their throats, the flap that makes the different sounds. So ever since my kids were little, it's, oh, well, that one's weird. Where are you from? You know, why you talk so weird? Because they can't help it. It's what they are. You know, we're all different. We're all humans. It stinks to see the way people treat each other, you know? And especially Hi, Carol. Your friend is getting bullied? Wrap your arms around them and tell them you love them. Tell them not to listen to it, you know? Because when a bully is sitting there and they're pulling somebody and they're dragging people down, in the end, it only leads to two things. Well, three things in all honesty. They either go through the worst hell mentally that they possibly can, to the point where they don't even want to leave their house. And you get extremely depressed and get major depression issues and everything else. Two, they get so sick and tired of it that they retaliate and either hurt people or kill people out of it. Or three, the worst one, they take their own lives because they can't handle it anymore. And I'm saying this because I've seen it happen. I watched a 12-year-old little girl hang herself because of her daddy's girlfriend sitting there bullying her. You know, that was supposed to be family. She wrapped a freaking jump rope around her neck and hung herself off the top bunk of her bunk bed at 12 years old. You know, we have that happening all the time in society. We have these mass shootings at school caused by bullying. You know, if you want your children to be safe when they go to school, then stop the bullying. Stop it, because other mean kids out there pushing them to that point where they find no choice but to pick up a gun and bring it to school and blow these people away because they've been pushed to their limits. You know, it's either going to cause depression, suicide, or retaliation. So what we can do is go up to them, hug them, tell them that they are loved. Never to let it try to never let it get you down. And if you can, go to somebody else that's higher up. If it's like in a school situation, go to the school and be like, look, this is what's happening, you know? And if you have to, beat the freaking crap out of the bullies, you know, because sometimes a bully's never going to learn until they get hurt themselves or bullied back. And that's horrible to say, you know, because it's not right. It's why we need to have more love and peace in our lives and in the society. It's not all about you, you know? It's anymore, it seems like people are so wrapped up and self-centered into their own world that they don't want to look and see what anybody else is going through. They don't want to know if they are actually hurting a person or not. They don't care. And we as people should care. We're human. We all are the same in a lot of ways. We all are born out of our mother's vagina. We are all grow old and die, you know? We all go through a lot of the same things, no matter what race and what color you are. We go through the same things. Racism is just as bad as bullying. It's another form of bullying, you know? And yes, I've seen a lot of that too, because I live in the South. We have a lot of racism down here. And all it is it's, well, I'm better than you because, and it's no one is better than another person. We all bleed red. We all go through the worst things. No, I live in Florida. I've lived in Louisiana and I've lived in Georgia as well too. But I live in Florida now. Moved back home. It's like, I just don't understand why people have to be so cruel, you know, and why people look for people that are down just to bring them even more down. You know, it's crap. It's not right. And we need to start changing it, because it only takes one person to really start changing and act like it only takes one person to start a movement to change the actions of others. If more people can get into line and start sharing more love and more peace and more respect to each other, then others will start following suit. And the bullies will be overran by kindness. And they wouldn't have any other choice because look what they're going through. And just say a bully, for example, you don't know what they're going through either. Like for kids, they could be getting their butts beat back home. They could be getting abused, you know? And that's all that they know is how to treat somebody else that same way that they're being treated. So if somebody shows them kindness and love, maybe, hopefully, it will be able to change other people's outlooks too. I freaking hate it, you know? Like, to be honest with you, I hate the racism. I can't stand it, you know, because even as me, I look like I'm white. I am Italian, you know? That is my heritage, is I am Italian. And I get called a stupid white cracker and all this other type of stuff all the time by black people around here. And it's just infuriating, you know, just like seeing the white people calling the black people all kinds of horrible names like the N word and everything too. It's not right. You know, like when I lived in Georgia, we had a lot of Aryan Brotherhoods and we had a lot of KKK members. They would have whole entire rallies. I've seen crosses burn in people's freaking front yards, being noosed up by trees and stuff, but you never hear about it. Why? Because it's perfectly acceptable in those areas. It's not right. Again, like I said, we are all human. We may look different, we may have different skin colors than each other, but to be honest with you, we're all the same. If you cut yourself, what color are you going to bleed? A black person's going to bleed red just like a white person is, or a Mexican, or a Cuban, or a Muslim, you know? We all bleed the same thing. We all have the same parts inside of us. The only thing that's different is the way our skin looks. So why should we hate on each other for the way our skin looks? You know? It's not right. And I really don't like the way that society is turning everything onto race, you know? Well, they did it because they're... It's just bull. Yes, I do. I treat everyone the same. I always have. My godparents are black. I lived with my godparents pretty much my whole entire life when I lived out in California until I was 9 years old. I was raised by a black family, you know? So, to be honest with you, I treat everybody the same. I don't care what color you are. I treat everyone the same, you know? Because they are the same. I don't have any racism in me, you know? There are times where it's just like you want to look at them and be like, God, you are being ignorant. But that means that you are being ignorant. That's not a racist term. A white person can be just as ignorant as a black person, or a Mexican, or a Cuban, or a Muslim, or a Russian, or anything, you know? Ignorance is what society is based on nowadays, and it's sickening. So no, I don't treat them at all differently. I treat everybody the same because we are all the same, you know? Well, good. I hope you do have black friends and white friends, you know? Because everybody is different in their own ways. And we should have more love and more consideration for each other. Do I think it's right that everybody's saying that the cops are going out and killing just black people? No. Do I think it's right that one race is getting sectioned out more so than the other? No. You know? In one part, and I'll put it this way, for the racism in our country, they really need to open their eyes and look for around the world, you know? Because in other parts of the world, guess what? white people were the slaves to black people. You know, we've all been slaves in one way or another. It's That's just the way the world has always worked, you know, and it's not right. But it doesn't mean that anybody's better than anybody else. We have moved on from that since Martin Luther King. That was what the Martin Luther King movement was all about, was to stop the racism and stop the segregation. It was so that we all became one. Religion is one topic I do not get into because that can make people really upset, you know. And I'm not here to make anybody upset. Everybody is entitled to believe in a God that they believe in, you know. Everybody's entitled to have their own beliefs when it comes to religion. I believe in God, but I don't go to a church, you know. But I believe in him and I call upon him and I pray to him on a regular basis. You know, that everybody has the right to believe in what they believe in. Some people believe in Christianity. Some people believe in paganism. Some people believe in, I don't know, be a Muslim, you know? I mean, there's all different kinds of religion out there, and it's what calls upon you. For me personally, I believe in God. I pray to God. I try to live by the scripture where it says 1 John 4:8. He that does not love does not know God, because God is love. You know, and that is my scripture that I always go to and I try to live by every single day. Because God is love. So that's why I don't really get into the religion aspect of it too much, because a lot of people honestly think that I'm a witch because I have pentagrams on my wrist, you know? But they've never actually stopped and asked me why I have them, you know, what I truly believe in. And as for me, I was raised a Jehovah's Witness. Am I a Jehovah's Witness now? Obviously not, because look at me. I'm covered in ink and everything. I have them for Bobby. After Bobby passed away, he was majorly into Wiccan. Like, that was his belief. When he passed away, I got his pentagram necklace and everything, and to remember him by, I went and I got the pentagrams done because it's a part of him. It was what he left. And if you look close, if I could show you, it has 2 stars in it. One is for me and one is for him. So for me, instead of having like what everybody else got, oh, R.I.P. Bobby written on them and stuff, you know, I went and I got my pentagrams done because they meant the world to me, because that's what he believed in. And every single day of his life, when he stopped going, like when he found that religion to make him happy, he wore it around his neck, you know. So for me, it was just to be able to remember him by. And this person needs to leave me alone. And see, another hateful message from somebody I don't even know. Sorry, I had a text message come in from somebody I do not want to hear from. But that's the reason why I have them. You know, they are in remembrance of somebody that I loved with all my heart that passed away. And I will always love, you know. They're very deep meaning. Every tattoo I have on me means something. Every one of them has a meaning behind it. Whether it be good or bad, or remembering somebody that passed away, or something along that lines, they all have a story behind them. So no, I am not Wiccan. I have them as remembrance. I'm trying to read some of your comments while I'm talking too. But yes, if you see somebody upset, go up to them, give them a big smile and say, I hope you have a good day, or how are you doing? Because just simple little words like that can change somebody's life, to be honest with you. Because you don't know if they are so depressed or so upset and so sick and tired of people talking down to them that they're on the verge of going and committing suicide in the next 10 minutes. You don't know that. And we just need to love each other. I'm sorry, my stream was lagging. It was, somebody was trying to call in. I was trying to reject the call real quick because I'm live streaming on my phone. So, yeah, I was trying to stop it real quick, which caused a lag. I'm sorry for that, you guys. But I hope you guys are all having a really good day. I mean, I love each and every one of you guys. You guys are awesome. Don't ever let the world get you down. And don't ever stop loving and caring about people. Because once we stop loving and caring about people, as we can see now, it just makes society and our world a worse place than it already is. I mean, all it takes is one bad seed to change everything and make it evil and horrible. And we don't want things evil and horrible. We want to have a beautiful, happy life with everybody. And just stop the hate, especially on social media. You can put your 2 cents in, but be nice about it. You don't have to be rude or a smart ass or a complete idiot about it. If somebody says something you don't like, be a bigger person and not say anything at all. I mean, I was raised by my mom drilling into my head, if you can't say anything nice, then don't say anything at all. Just keep your mouth shut and walk away. And I wish more people were taught that, because it's like nowadays, it's like you could sit there and tell somebody, oh man, that's a beautiful sky. It's so pretty and blue. And they'll be like, oh no, it's not. Look at it. It is purple. And just start going off on you for it. And it's like, go outside and look. It's a blue sky. I mean, it's just like every day it seems like people are trying to go after and fight with each other. And I get that you guys are, like, some people may having bad days or whatnot. And I totally understand that people are not happy with their lives. But if you're not happy with your life, then go out and do something to change it. Get some positivity in your life, because not everything has to be negative. Not everything has to be horrible. Not everything has to be like, oh, well, it's just bad and I'm going to make everybody else's life bad. It doesn't need to be that way. I have had one of the roughest lives that anybody could ever possibly imagine having. And I try to make everything positive out of everything that I've been through. Yes, today's world is very sad. It's sickening. It's so sad. Like, to be honest with you, for the things that I have been through in my life, I could be one of the most hateful, spiteful, bitter people in the world from it. But it made me a better person, because I came out and I looked for the light on the other end of it. Like, I have had multiple people I loved and cared about passed away. I have been kidnapped. I have been raped. I have seen murders. I mean, I have been shot at. I have been in an abusive relationship where I got my butt beat every single freaking day. But you don't ever see me sit there and try to be negative to anybody about it. I try to be as positive about it and be able to change other people. And yes, really, my biological mother passed away on my birthday from a meth overdose. The love of my life for a long time, until I got with Mr. B, passed away in a drunk driving freaking motorcycle accident. When I was 17, I was kidnapped by a freaking ex-boyfriend and freaking taken halfway, well, actually all the way across the country, from Florida all the way up to Washington, you know? On He beat the crap out of me. He tried killing my son in my stomach. You know? He tried killing my son in my arms. Erica, stop. I'm live streaming. Stop sending me pictures. But it's just, it blows my mind. You know, when I was 15 years old, I ran away from home thinking that it was like the best thing I could possibly do, and ran to my boyfriend's house at the time, and his best friend kidnapped me and threw me in a basement for 2 weeks and raped me every single day for a matter of 2 weeks. I came to with the cops in the doorway saying, "Man, is she dead or is she alive? I really hope she's dead because nobody should live through this." And then they locked me up in a freaking detention center for 6 months after that, saying it was for my own good. You know? But you don't see me sitting here talking about these things and trying to make people feel sorry for me. No. I sit there and I try to spin it and try to help other people because of the things that I have been through. You know, I don't ever want to see anybody go through anything that I've went through. I especially don't want to see my children go through it, or anybody I love and care about. So it's like, no matter the worst things that could ever possibly happen in my life, I've always tried to make it into a positive. And I've always went out of my way, even more so, to help others around me, because nobody should go through that. You know, and like I said, I could be a very mean, spiteful, hateful person, but I choose not to be, because it's not going to get you anywhere in the world. It's not going to make you happier. You're just going to be even more miserable about it. And I'm proud to say that I'm strong enough to be able to have moved on and to build a very happy, stable life for myself after all the hell and the drama that I've been through. You know? And I don't understand why some people have to have, like, go through bad things and just want to tear other people down. It's not fun, and it's not right to do to anybody. You know? So for you guys watching, please, if you see somebody, you know, out on the streets or anything, or if you know somebody that is going through a hard time, just give them some kind words, you know? Make them see that not everybody is a horrible, horrible, spiteful bully person, you know, because that's what most of us are, like, seem to have these days, is bullies. And it's not right. So please love each other, no matter what race, no matter what religion, no matter what you've been through or what they've been through. Love each other, because even in the Bible it says to love each other. Good night, hon. I hope you have a great day. It is early afternoon, so it's still daytime for me. But yeah, we just need to love each other more. You know, don't let people get you down. And you gotta have a thick skin these days, because anymore the world is all about hate. Bye, Carol. I love you guys too. And I know you're 100% with me. We've had these conversations a lot. See ya. But I'm going to end this, actually, because I got out what I needed to say. But just take to mind, love each other. Give a person a smile. Tell somebody you hope they have a good day. Tell somebody you love them, you know? If somebody's doing you wrong, try to kill it with kindness. Because a lot of times when bullies are sitting there bullying you, they don't know how to react when somebody goes out of their way to be super nice to them and super kind to them. You know? Like, for example, with my daughter. She was getting bullied, and you know what I told her to say to him? "I'm sorry that your life is so horrible that you feel that you have to hurt me, but I still love you for it." That's all you can do. Because we all need to love each other one way or another, you know? Don't be racist. Don't be an ignorant person. Don't be hateful and don't be spiteful. Just love each other. But I will see you guys later because my phone is going berserk and somebody's really trying to get a hold of me. So, peace, love, nothing but positivity. And I hope you guys can do the same thing too. Stay positive. We all love you. And it doesn't matter what you've been through. We still love you.